Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 23 and it is time to start our Moto3 career mode. It's time for the debut here in the Sepang International Circuit of Malaysia. So here we go then guys, from the back of the grid here in Sepang, part of the Vision Track Honda team. We wait for the lights to go out. That's a long delay, but here we go. Now the objective, the plan, the whole point of the debut is to defeat Ryusei Yamanaka. We need to get more points from the Japanese rider on the gas, and starting from the back of the grid is going to be very challenging unless we can take over at the front by a massive lunge to try and take as many positions as possible. Now, unfortunately, oh, that's a massive contact there. There is Yamanaka, as a matter of fact. He's not going to be happy with that contact because we've had a bit of a tay-to-tay on the social medias. I haven't responded well to Ryusei Yamanaka's comments, so as far as I'm concerned, bugger off out the way. But unfortunately, there is a issue with this career mode, or at least Moto3 as it stands. I mentioned this in my review. If you haven't seen it, then you can definitely check out that video after this one, or maybe now. The AI difficulty in Moto3 appears to be somewhat broken. Now, I don't know whether it's the fuel that's broken or it's the AI difficulty, because no matter the race, maybe one or two tracks have been somewhat fortunate, but I tried the Saxon Ring, I tried Qatar, I tried Sepang. The AI are unbeatable. I'm a pretty decent player. I can get within a couple of seconds of the esport players, but I was 5 seconds behind the AI on the hardest difficulty. Now, you've seen yesterday's video in MotoGP. I did 110%. It was very competitive. Moto3 is far beyond. It is completely ridiculous. So I'm actually playing this at 85% difficulty. And as you can see, the AI in the wet, they don't seem to be struggling like we do when it comes to changing in directions. Turning into the left-hand side here, I cannot physically turn this Honda into the corner any more than I possibly can. It's a challenge and a half, it really is. But look at the AI, just cool and confident and smooth as I'm trying everything to bring on the power and just to stay within range. Now this is the reason why I think the fuel might be broken. I'm in power setting 3, and yet I cannot get past the what is it, KTM, that one, isn't it? The QJMF motors. I can't get past it. And here up on the brakes, the AI tend to slow down a ridiculous amount. That's, to be honest, every difficulty they did that as well. So I'm beginning to think it maybe just be the Moto3 class and maybe a few issues in a few tracks. It's not bad, it's just not particularly enjoyable compared to what it would be if it was fixed. So I would really hope for this is going to be fixed for the rest of the season, because I do hope to do a full Moto3 season very soon. We've got Qatar next, which is another challenge, and then Valencia, which might be relatively competitive, so we'll see how it goes. But for now, I've got to keep changing the difficulty and just try everything to stay competitive with the AI, because the only thing that matters is that this career mode is fun to watch and is interesting. So if you don't mind to drop it down to like 85% or 90% depending on the circumstance, I'm able to at least fight with the AI now. The only place I can get them is up on the brakes. So from turn 1 into turn 2, we were quite successful. Turn 3 was very successful a moment ago, but now the AI are pulling away. Look, I cannot compete with them into the change directions. To the right hand side, you've got Tatsuki Suzuki trying to give me trouble. I'm hoping this is a variable race, because I would really appreciate if the rain would go away and we could restart this race. I can't turn in. Struggling into turn 7 and turn 8. We're losing the advantage that we gained on Ryusei Yamanaka. So this is going to be a fight all the way down to Valencia with the man on board the gas. But now sneaking up at the inside of Elgato, not going to happen. The man on board the Moto3 KTM still holding his ground, of course. Desperate to win a championship here in Moto3, because the season has so far been skipped ahead to the final 3 rounds. And Elgato, I think, is leading the way, so pretty important stuff for Elgato. But his championship rival, Diogo Moreira, leading the way. There is the number 10. So now to the right-hand side. This is where we lost a lot of time again. And this is where I lost a lot of time in the practice. In the practice and qualifying, the AI was practically unbeatable. I can't turn in. Look at the bike just going squirrely upon the brakes there. I've got to brake at an angle. It's the only way to tackle that corner. It's just challenging, to say the very least, but we will hopefully get Masia up on the brakes, and the same can be said for Xavi Artigas. We are now into 15th, so into the left-hand side. Don't forget to subscribe if you are enjoying the content, boys and girls. I would appreciate any assistance regarding subscribes and likes, so if you don't mind, I would appreciate that. And of course, keeps you inundated with lots of MotoGP 23 content, so best for us both, I would say. So now back into turn 1, late than everyone else upon the brakes, into the first corner for turn 1. We do get ahead of Tatsuki Suzuki, but we might have the change direction into Sasaki. No, I'm too far back. I would have liked to, but that would have been too brave. And look at Suzuki-san, he's squeezing through. I cannot compete. I just can't compete with these guys. We're going to be falling backwards. I'm on 85% difficulty here. It's either 85 or 90, I've forgotten which one it was, but this is a challenge. I did so well in the first practice, I thought, okay, we've got a chance here. And then it soon fell backwards. We really struggled. The AI are just rapid. The Moto 3 class is most definitely broken somewhere. Whether it's the fuel, whether it's the bikes, I don't know. Whether it's just the AI just are too strong, I don't really know. But it needs fixing, that's all I know. So unfortunately there is a bug for this career mode, which I think is going to affect a lot of people. But now to the right hand side. Bringing it in sleek to turn 8. We will bring on the power and hopefully have another pop at Tatsuki-san. Now if we can get past here, we should be able to stay ahead going into the left-hand side for the change direction in a moment. Now we're still going to be on the right-hand side of the tyre for quite a while, but this, as you can see, already losing a gap. Sasaki's name is just fading in the distance there. I've gone deep for turn 11. Xavi Artigas 7 tenths, 6 tenths, 5 tenths behind us. I'm trying. I'm really trying here, guys and gals. I need to put in some more work with the wet weather conditions. And I also need to have that bug fixed. Now, one thing I will mention, as I said in my review, it's good to see that the ride animations regarding the changing of the gears is much more natural now. It looks more pronounced. So you can actually see when the riders move their foot, they're actually changing gears. It looks quite realistic. So I'm happy to see that improvement. Now breaking into the left-hand side for turn 15. We actually stayed with Suzuki this time around. We are going to improve. But by how much? And also notice that we aren't losing any fuel. This is why I'm beginning to think that the power setting 3 is broken. We are not losing any fuel whatsoever. It's like we're still on running power setting 2 or practically even 1. So into the brakes we go. Getting around the outside of Suzuki-san. We are now into 5th position. That is a miracle, but Suzuki back up on the inside. Can we fight back into turn 2? Not going to happen. That was a close one. But for turn 3, can we squeeze through? We might be able to get him on the brakes going into turn 4 in a moment. We have to try and line him up. A 2-minute 24 lap time. Very long lap here in Malaysia. Hard on the brakes we go across the Honda. It's a KTM domination so far, but a couple of Hondas in there fighting. We're doing everything we can, and I'm certainly doing everything I can to beat the Leopard Honda man. If we get past them, that's bodes well for our championship, doesn't it? It bodes well for our championship, and it bodes well for our potential signings in the future, because of course now it's very important, it's vital as a matter of fact, to build rapport with teammates and teams that you want to be joining in the future. Oh, I messed it up. I've gone deep into turn 8. Oh, almost lost the rear as well as we... the challenge of the wet weather conditions against this AI is having a tough time, as you can see. But we're diving over the inside. Oh, Xavi Artigas, bit of contact into turn 9. That's a mistake and a half, as Artigas will try to go back on through. Look to the championship standings actually in this career mode. He's having a great season, so I guess I've just took away some more points. But look at us, we can't turn. I just cannot move in like the AI can. I appreciate I've got a lot to learn in this game, but the AI is strong in the wet. We aren't so much, and it kind of sucks because I feel good in the wet weather on my own. But then when I go into race situations, I realise how much I'm struggling. And as you can see, we are struggling. Is it down to power setting 3? I guess we'll never know until it's fixed. So, well, we've got, what, a couple more laps to go yet then, guys. I do hope I can keep you entertained for the rest of this one, because I think it's going to be all guns pointing at DrAce here. We are just falling behind, and something I want to mention as well is that I had the opportunity to play this before MotoGP came out, so I had early access. So big thank you to Premier Comms for giving me a code. But in the meantime, my designer, Sergio23, also hasn't got the game yet. So the first couple of episodes we are using a standard helmet and a number I actually made myself. So not a bad effort. I've shown a picture on the community post somewhere, so definitely check it out. But until then, until Sergio gets the game, I'll be running this version that I'm running for now, so it's not a problem, but we'll see how we go. But I do look forward to employing the services of my designer, so stay tuned for that, because I'm looking forward to showing you his work, what he's eventually created. So, onto the brakes we'll go then for turn 4. This is going into the right-hand side. Quite confident here, but Joel Kelso. Oh no, excuse me, Kelso, I was giving you a benefit of the doubt. It was Xavi Artigas. No wonders he went for that lunge. We already had that collision into turn 9 as... oh my goodness, was that Rueda just went through so effortlessly? I'm a sitting duck here. The medium tyres are the only tyres you can choose in the wet weather here in Moto 3, so it's not like I can choose another tyre. I'm just genuinely struggling right now. Ricardo Rossi behind us. Is he wearing a Jorge Lorenzo helmet? He is! Why is Ricardo Rossi wearing a Jorge Lorenzo helmet? Answers on a postcard, or better still, answer in the comment section below. But there's Jose Rueda. We're going to give him the contact again. Thank you very much. We do sneak up on the inside. He had a big wheelie coming out of turn 9 there. We were rather fortunate here in the Sepang International Circuit. Rueda, of course, dominant in the Red Bull rookies. And there he is again, right on screen. We'll try and sneak through on the KTM, but I think he'll have the advantage going into the right-hand side here. If we can somehow muster up a top 10, I think I'll finish this video quite happy. So coming out the right-hand side, there is Ricardo Rossi using the Jorge Lorenzo Spartan helmet. I have never seen that. No idea whether, because it isn't like that in the menu when you choose him. I don't know. It's less said about that the better. But into turn 15, we did get the move done on Jose Rueda. Can we keep the man from Seville behind us? A very young man, to be quite honest. He is much younger than me. Crossed the line. 1.7 seconds we were slower, but still not a bad lap time. We were somewhat consistent, but we made that mistake into turn 8 twice. But now very firm on the brakes. I would like to get a top 6, rub our hands together and hope for something, but I just don't think it's going to happen. The Michael Laverty outfit is done pretty well so far. There's no mention of Scott Ogden in the top 10. And of course, we have replaced Joshua Watley for this season with being the Vision Track Honda team. And now there is to the left-hand side, there is Jose Rueda. Thank you very much though, Rueda, because I'll just take the position back going into turn 4. Can we get it stopped? Dropping it out to first gear. We must bring on the power at the optimal time. Bring it on too late. The bike sits up and you're going way off into the distance. But is he going to pass us here? Here he comes. Right on cue. What can you do? What can you do? Oh! Massive contact. Stefano Nepper gives us a massive punt. There's Ricardo Rossi behind us. There he is with the Lorenzo helmet. Into the right-hand side for the Genting corner for turn 7. And then back across to turn 8. Keeping it nice and tight to the apex and bring on the power. Don't get caught on the rumble strip there. Here comes Ricardo Rossi. I don't think so, Sunbeam. We try and go back up on the inside. Oh, Rueda! We through again! The contact! The rivalry! It's brewing! All in preparation for the next season. There is Rueda again, though. We might not be finishing in the top 10 after all. Can we get the job done? Optimistic move for us a moment ago. But now to the left-hand side, into the 12th corner. Not a bad entrance, but still not close enough. This is where we're going to lose all our time. Oh, I've got no confidence. I've got nothing. I can't stop the bike. The front's wobbling. It's moving. Oh, we're down to 14th. We'll be lucky to scrape a point here. Asman's behind us and David Alonso, so no idea where Ryusei Yamanaka is, which is fantastic for us. Apologies to the Japanese fans, but up and to the inside, we might be able to take an 11th spot. It's not great. Oh, Toba! What? Oh, whoa! Goodness me, I got caught on the bike. I couldn't do anything then, but we are going to finish in a very lowly and somewhat disappointing 13th. But we reduced the gap to Ryusei Yamanaka by just 1 championship point. Well then, guys, I did my best. But someone who did better was Ivan Ortola, winning the race here in Sepang. Daniel Delgado finishes 2nd and Moreira finishes down in 3rd. But we have to go quite a few pages down to find us down in 13th. But Yamanaka, oh, he finished dead last. No idea what happened to the Japanese man on board the Gas. But let's take a look at the championship standings and let's see how this materialises for the final couple of rounds in our debut season. And as you can see, the proof is in the pudding. We are 1 point behind Yamanaka. If we have some good races, we could actually catch up to Satsuki Suzuki, but that's optimistic. So now we look at the Teams Championship, and Vision Track Racing is down there in 7th, and we might actually be able to get a top 5, but we'll see for now. But guys, thanks for watching the video. I do hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more DrAce content. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Ciao for now.
Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.